Okay, we are back with another mock draft. I'm Tibbs. If you haven't seen one yet, I have two divisions done already. The NFC South, and now this will be finishing the NFC East. Today we'll be doing the Washington Commanders, who went 7-10. It wasn't too bad for the roster, I guess. Um, and they have a glaring need at offensive line for sure, but we're going to go through the depth chart, then we're going to start the mock draft up, and then watch some highlights after. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. At quarterback, of course, they traded for Carson Wentz. That was the big news for them pretty much this offseason. Taylor Heineke as their backup. Maybe they go late in the draft and get a third guy. Running back, Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick, Jared Patterson, Jonathan Williams. Antonio Gibson's a good running back. They bring back J.D. McKissick. He's a good third down back, a good receiving back for them. I could see them going with another running back, maybe deep in the draft. At wide receiver, you got Terry McLaurin, who is in trade speculations. I don't think he gets traded. I don't know why you do that. I'm sure they would just pay him. You got Curtis Samuel, who's a speed demon, athletic guy. Probably could fill a role if they wanted to, like a Debo Samuel type. De'Ami Brown, because actually it's exactly what he did in college, like that whole role. De'Ami Brown, the third wide receiver, supposed to be a good pick. A little underwhelming, I would say. Not the deep threat or big body guy, so maybe he takes a step this year. I don't think they give up on him just over one rookie season. And you got Cam Sims. I've never heard of this guy. Kelvin Harmon, Antonio Gandy Golden, who is supposed to be really good coming out or have really good potential coming out. So maybe he takes a step up this year if they put him in the role. Big body guy, athletic. Tight ends, Logan Thomas. Pretty good tight end if he can stay healthy. John Bates, backup, Sammy's Rays. Left tackle, Charles Leno. Left guard, Andrew Norwell. Of course, you lose Brandon Scherff. You got Chase Roulier at center, Wes Schweitzer at right guard, and Sam Cosmi at right tackle. So on the offense in total, I think your big holes are center, right guard. Then you can look over even maybe left tackle, right tackle. You could go. I think Charles Leno is a good enough O lineman to play in the league as a starter, but I think your big holes are center, right guard, so interior O lineman, and then I think you could get another running back. Maybe you get your future quarterback if you don't believe in Carson Wentz being the full 5-year guy, just a bridge quarterback. Maybe another wide receiver, maybe a tight end. So I think we'll rank it that way. Interior O lineman. Let's go quarterback, then running back, then wide receiver. I don't know. I could put wide receiver up there too. It's going to be best available at those positions. Then you come over here at the defensive side. They run a 4-3 now. Chase Young, obviously, he's not going nowhere. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, the defensive line is set. They don't need anybody but maybe some backups. But they got Shaka Tony, young guy, Casey Tuhill, maybe an interior guy over here would be needed. Will linebacker, they got Cole Holcomb, Kalike Husson, both can play. Jamin Davis can play. David Mayo. So maybe you look for a strong side linebacker. Cornerback, they got Kendall Fuller, William Jackson III, Benjamin St. Juste as a backup. They moved Troy Apke to corner again. Again? Did he? No. They moved him to corner. Danny Johnson, Corn Elder. And at the safety position, you got Cameron Curl, who's decent. And then you got Bobby McCain. Not much in the secondary for this team. So I would say that their big needs here are on defense. I would go number one cornerback, number two sub linebacker, Uh, and then number 3, just probably a free safety, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I would go cornerback, safety, or cornerback, linebacker, safety. So, with that being said, now that we got that looked at, let's go ahead and start up the draft. Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson. First 2 has been the popular picks for the last few mock drafts. Washington is at 11. I think they sit here and make this pick unless somebody like, I don't think nobody's going to move up, honestly. It says their biggest need is wide receiver, cornerback, interior lineman. I think it's cornerback. I think you have to go get somebody. And entirely, I think it's O-line, but defense, I think it's going to be cornerback. Between these two, it's going to be cornerback, and then there you have interior line. So you could always go get. Wonder if you could play Penning at or Sam Cosmi at guard. Let's go interior lineman. You got Zion Johnson, Kenyon Green. Ooh, it's hard not to take one of these two right here. But then at cornerback, you do have Trent McDuffie, Andrew Booth, Kyrie Elam. At safety, you still got Kyle Hamilton at safety. Do you pass up on your free safety guy? I think they can. Here's the thing: the defensive line is so good. I think they could. I don't think safety is the biggest problem, and I don't think cornerback will be the biggest problem. Their biggest problem is their quarterback and their O line. You have to get your quarterback protected. So for interior O lineman, I am gonna go with. I like either one of these, but for this one, I'm gonna go Kenyon Green at number 11. Let me get this timestamp written down. All right, Kenyon Green, number 11, round 1 pick for the Washington Commanders, the new Washington Commanders. So yeah, that allows them to fill in this spot right here, this right guard spot. Get Kenyon Green, put him in there. Like I said, protect your quarterback. Get a nice run blocker. Get in the trenches. One thing I like to do, solidify those defensive and offensive lines. I think that would make them a better team on offense for sure. They've been having good defenses, so you don't want to overextend for a defender or miss out on getting somebody good in a high needed area just for a defender. Here, so we got our interior lineman. Is there any cornerbacks left? You can go Roger McCreary, Alontae Taylor. I really like Alontae Taylor. But maybe they have some wide receivers here, like you got David Bell, you got John Mechie, Calvin Austin, Wandell Robinson, Kyle Phillips, Velus Jones. Like I said, I'm not sold that they need wide receiver that bad. I know they need one more. Terry McLaurin is amazing. Curtis Samuel is a good player. Like, he's a good wide receiver. He's an athlete. He's fast. De'Ami Brown, when did they take him? They just took him in the 3rd round. They feel high about him. They like him. For me, I want to. They got a linebacker. Quay Walker's still here. You could throw him in that sub. Jalen Petre's still here. I kind of want to go cornerback for them though, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go cornerback here for them. You need to get at least one more guy. Kendall Fuller's good. William Jackson, he's decent. Benjamin St. Juste has yet to show exactly what he could do. Tall guy, big body. I like someone here like Alontae Taylor. My other pick would be either Jalen Petre or probably I don't know. I don't really like any of these wide receivers. I would say it would probably be David Bell. I just don't think they like fast wide receivers. You know, they like Curtis Samuel's fast, Terry McLaurin's fast, De'Ami Brown's fast. I think they like that type of receiver. David Bell ran like a 4.5. Um, mm, what else could they go? Maybe tight end, an Isaiah Likely type, Trey McBride. For this one, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Alante Taylor. Get you another cornerback. This guy has potential to be your cornerback too. I don't think he's gonna be Kendall Fuller level, especially not in rookie year. But the dude can play football. He's been talked about for a good minute since he's been in college. He can cover. He's fast. He has potential. So you grab him, put him on the other side, Kendall Fuller. Maybe put him in the nickel and let William Jackson keep that edge side. But you need depth too, so it's a good pick. If I think so. Obviously, I wouldn't make it if I didn't think so. But here, what do we need? We need a linebacker. Maybe another wide receiver here. Kyle Phillips, good route guy. Maybe a backup running back like Pierre Strong. This is round 4. Safety. I'm not big on the safety class. Maybe another interior lineman is Alec Lindstrom's down here, so you still get somebody who could play later on. Not going to go cornerback again. Maybe linebacker. I think they got some good linebackers, so it's not the biggest deal to get another one. Go Velus Jones. Wide receiver here. Wide receiver or running back. I think it's wide receiver. You go get a 3rd round guy. I like Velus Jones a lot. I like Kyle Phillips a lot. Really good route runner. Danny Gray. I don't know too much about Danny Gray. You get Tyquan Thornton, speed guy. Justin Ross, potential guy. Romeo Dubes. A big reason why Carson Strong was so good at Nevada. You got Usukama. For them, you got all these speed guys. I really want to go Velus Jones. Yeah, I'm gonna go Velus Jones. Another Tennessee guy. You go Alante Taylor. Go Velus Jones. Why not? You get a cornerback from Tennessee. You get a wide receiver from Tennessee. And 13-23. So the pick here is going to be Velus Jones. You get a wide receiver who could come in. He can catch contested balls. He can run routes very good, and he's not going to be slow. So you can slot him in there with your 3 that you already have with Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, De'Ami Brown. Like I said, I don't think Terry McLaurin's going anywhere, at least not this season. I think he plays out this season. And then you can throw him in there, see if you can find a role with him. If you want to use Curtis Samuel more in that running back role, that more Deebo Samuel role this year, you can, because you went and got another wide receiver. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe you go wide receiver with your 2nd pick or your 1st pick, and you just go get some weapons. But so far, I like what we've been doing with these picks. We have we got our interior lineman to replace Brandon Scherff. Obviously, he's not going to be Brandon Scherff year 1. Chances that he could be that guy aren't that bad. I know it might seem like a little bit early for 11, but do you think anything's going to be there at 47? At least this good. You go 47, Alante Taylor. You get your cornerback. Get a nice little secondary. Like I said earlier, defensive line's really good. These guys will make the cornerbacks and safeties jobs much easier because they are so good. And then with 113, you go Velus Jones Jr. and you get you an offensive weapon. Here, this is saying we need a safety, tight end, QB, linebacker, running back. Remember, I had running back higher. You could also go with a center again. We got our wide receiver. We haven't gotten a linebacker yet. We haven't gotten a safety yet. What do they have at safety? Not too much. Don't want a cornerback, linebacker. What we have here? Mike Rose. Not too much. Not too much. Running back, get a Sincere McCormick type. Ty Davis Price. This is the 6th round, so really you're taking somebody you think is gonna be a contributor but not starting type. This is where you find the people who come in and like they hustle, they play good, they know what they're doing. Amari Barno maybe is just for somebody who runs that fast on the edge after watching Micah Parsons last year. You think he's not falling to 6th round. It's not happening. If you need a tight end, you go Weidemeyer. Verone McKinley, maybe, for a safety. What they got here at interior lineman? Donovan West is still here. Alec Lindstrom's still here. I think, you know, do you believe in Chase Roulier, whatever you want to say his name is? Do you believe in him? I kind of want to go for Verone McKinley. Get you a nice little safety. Maybe he can come in, take that. Maybe not take Bobby McCain's spot, but he come in and fill some roles for you. He's maybe even come in to be a nickel type. I like that. Let me get this pick going. Verone McKinley with the, what pick was that? 189. So you get a safety that can come in, range a little bit, maybe come be a nickel, sits behind Cameron Curl, Bobby McCain, maybe sits behind Bobby McCain for 1 year. And then, Bobby McCain's a little older. I figured that. He's going to be taller than Bobby McCain at 5'11", but he can still play a little role. Maybe Bobby McCain even plays a little more nickel. But, yeah, you got a guy that can come in, be a backup, maybe play a little bit of nickel, help the team out, hopefully. I mean, of course, that's why you draft people. You hope they can come be a help. Linebackers, like, I don't really like too many of the linebackers here. Why take them a non-skill position that you could hide when you could just get somebody like a running back, Ty Algier type, Keontae Ingram type, Isaiah Pacheco. For this, how long was J.D. McKissick's contract? They signed a 1 year. Maybe tight end here. Grant Caltera. Big body. Who's best available? I like Tyler Goodson. I like Ty Algier. Alec Lindstrom's still here. You know what? I think you can get a linebacker. I mean, not a linebacker. I think you can get a running back off the street or as a free agent with somebody like Zonovan Knight, Tyler Goodson, Pacheco, or Algier. Maybe even CJ Verdell, Kennedy Brooks. Cameron Harris, Master Teague. I feel like these people can all come and be that third back for you, maybe fourth back. Out of free agency, I do see that Alec Lindstrom's still here, and you're not at this point. You can't be sold at center. You got somebody who can come and compete for that center job. He has the bloodlines. His brother plays in the league. He's been talked about all season as one of the best centers in the college football. Yeah, I like Alec Lindstrom here. Round 7, 230. Did it not click? Or do we have another one real quick? Yep, we do. 239, round 7. Maybe here you just go get a running back. Florida International. I like someone like Tyler Goodson or Zonovan Knight right here. Antonio Gibson is kind of, you know what? I'm gonna go tight end or running back here. Who do you? I like I said, running back was pretty high on my needs, so I'm gonna go Zonovan Knight. 5'11", 209. He's bigger than he looks. He also can catch the ball a little bit. He can come in, be that big body that spells for like a Antonio Gibson, J.D. McKissick in the goal line situations. I know Antonio Gibson does that pretty well, but if he gets hurt, then what? Jonathan Williams is cool, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go Zonovan Knight with the 239 pick. And that will be the end of the draft. Top 5 was pretty decent. Ahmad Gardner going 3 again. He's been going 3 in these drafts lately. So, Washington Commanders mock draft. Number 1 at 11, they go Kenyon Green. Number 2 at 47, they go Alontae Taylor. Number 3 at 113, we go Velus Jones. 189, we go Verone McKinley, the third. And then 230, we go Alec Lindstrom. 239, Zonovan Knight. How do I feel about this draft? I think it's decent. I don't think it's the best, but I do think it's good. For what you have to get on this team, like you really need to get this right guard spot taken care of. Yeah, you say 11's a little too early for Kenyon Green, maybe. So maybe you say they trade back. Maybe they don't trade back. Maybe they just stay there and get an O-lineman. Or they stay there and get a wide receiver or a cornerback. But for them, like I look at the depth chart and I say, you're really good on the defensive line. That will make all these players back here's life easier. You're decent at linebacker. You got Jamin Davis. You got Cole Holcomb, Kalike Husson. Maybe you get another linebacker just because you changed to a 4-3. Safety's a big need, but you could take Kyle Hamilton here. What do you think is going to be there, though, at 47 for offensive line, which is so important? This left side, so from center to right tackle, does not look that great. And honestly, from center to left tackle doesn't look that great either. I mean, you got Andrew Norwell. He played with the Jags last year. Yeah, he did. And the Jags O-line stunk. So I'm a firm believer that if you want to be a good team, you have got to get your offensive line good. Let's take some looks at some highlights. We'll do Kenyon Green first. Right here. Gets from one guy, gets to the other. This is against Arkansas. absolutely destroys this guy on a jet sweep. So if you put Curtis Samuel in the Deebo Samuel type of role, he could block on a jet sweep. Absolutely stuffs this defensive tackle, makes a big hole. Get a little tricky lineup right here. Overloading one side, and he's nobody to block. There's nobody within 4 yards of him to block. Doesn't lose his technique, doesn't lose his head, doesn't lose any type of like ability to know what to do here. Makes the block on the guy, gets him on the ground, finishes him on the ground. Another run play where he just clears it out. Is this against Alabama too? That looks like Alabama. All right, another pass protect. Easy blocks. He knows. So look, this is what I like to see about from the interior lineman, right? A lot of lineman tape will be one or two. It'll be one thing or the other. So, like a tackle's tapes will be nothing but pass protecting, and then a guard's tapes will be nothing but run protecting. But here you're gonna see him do good on pass protecting and run protecting in this video so far. But here he knows his assignment is to watch this guy if he wants to come inside, but also he takes care of this guy a little bit and helps his center out. All in the same play. Look. Gets a hand on the defensive tackle while keeping an eye on the outside guy. So he has his hand on this guy, helping the center out. And if this outside guy decides he wants to do a move inside, he's right there to stuff it. So he takes care of the left side of the field all by himself. Well, not all by himself, but he helps out the left side of the field very well here, making the tackle's life easier, making the guards, center's life easier. I know that's more of a scheme thing, but he does it well. Realizes, all right, guy went outside. Let me get the defensive tackle out the play. He can't make a play now. I think he do. I know it's a number 11 for offensive guard, but you just you just lost your best player for the past 3 years with Brandon Scherff. You're going to miss him if you don't fill that position, and you're going to miss him bad. Let's go to Alontae Taylor now. Alontae Taylor highlights. I got right into it with a pick six. This is a 2-minute video. No, thank you. No. Just look at sophomores. It's not good when you see only 2-minute videos, but all right, where's he at? Number 2. This is on a run play, so he came up and he stuffed the run. The guy's trying to fight him off. He makes the tackle while getting face masked. Makes the playmaker play by getting the fumble. He's over here. So, off the line of scrimmage, first of all, already has his hips flipped. But this could be, this is like scheme type things. They're probably in the zone right here. Mimics him the whole way. Once he sees him break his route, makes the cut with him, stride for stride. Ball's up in the air. Now you want to see him go make a play. Safety comes up, helps him, makes a play on the ball. So coverage is there. Here we go. Deep ball from Kyle Trask. He's right there with him, stride for stride. Gets a little separation at the end, but the safety's there to help once again. Concentration to make the pick off the tip. This is sophomore year. Remember this. Another play where he comes up, makes a tackle from the cornerback position. NFL scouts love that. they've dropped people in the another okay, it's a little special teams tackle. So you come in and play special teams for y'all too at the same time. But a lot of a lot of teams do not like cornerbacks who can't tackle. A lot of cornerbacks have dropped deep in drafts because of it, and I know this because I'm an LSU fan. And people like Greedy Williams, Grant Delpit, even. There was somebody before that. A lot of cornerbacks from LSU have dropped because they said they don't want to tackle, and it's just like their main thing is to cover. That's a great break on the ball. Read the play. Got a hand on it. Another great tackle. Not afraid to get it's a hard hit too. Let's look at one more. Another coverage team play. Sag. We get another cover play real quick. All right, we're not going to get another zone or man play on him, but like you look at him, he's fast, he's strong, wants to tackle, is there to cover all the coverage plays they had. He was right there, stride for stride, made a little pick on a nice play. I think you get a good cornerback right there. You sit him behind there, William Jackson, and sit him behind Kendall Fuller for a year. Let him learn. Who's next? Velus Jones. We'll go Velus Jones Jr. We'll do Verone McKinley, and then that'll be it. Velus Jones Jr. highlights. There we go. We got a 5-minute video. Separation, very first play, separation easily. I know if you go watch the game, it was Tennessee. I think it was a bowl game. It was Tennessee versus either Vanderbilt or Purdue, one of those black and gold teams. And it was just back and forth shootout. Velus Jones was killing too. He looked good out there. This is when I first saw him. Easy, okay, wheel route. The cornerback never has a chance. He literally just gives him a step, and once he gave him a step, he was gone. Wide open against the Alabama team. Okay. He's got speed. He looks explosive, honestly, when he's running. We got him on a kickoff return. Very shifty. Breaks a tackle strong, fast. So if you don't like De'Ami Brown, right? This could be your new De'Ami Brown. Or what you thought De'Ami Brown would be. Got a punt return guy. Let's see another route here. Deep ball again on that wheel route. Wide open. Separation again. Little quick slant. Does he take it to the crib? He does. He's nice. He's nice. He's get the ball in his hand. He fits the mold that you already have. Maybe you don't like that with Curtis Samuel, De'Ami Brown, Terry McLaurin. Get the ball. Well, Terry McLaurin's less of a get the ball in his hands and let him make plays, but he could do that too. He looks more like Curtis Samuel to me. The way he gets the ball, he beats people deep. I think you get a nice little weapon with him. Verone McKinley the third. Highlights. Hold on, let's find him on the. Here he is. Okay, number 14 or number 23. Yeah, number 23. All right. Ranged over to come make this play look like. Nice concentration. I don't think he caught it, but great play. Did he end up catching? I don't care if he caught it or not. It's a great play. All right. We're looking for 23 on the field. Should be easy with these highlighted yellow jerseys. A great pass. That's not really a highlight if you ask me. because the wide receiver dropped a touchdown. Here we got him against USC, some competition. Another tip pick. It's looking a little fast, so maybe he could be a little rangy safety for you over in Washington. I will say this. You look at the plays like this and the plays before these, they've all been tip passes that have been picked. They've all been fumbles that have been recovered, and he runs with them after. That is what you like to call a playmaker on defense, or a ball hawk, somebody who is always around the ball. That's something you gotta like when you watch a tape. I'm not seeing. There's a nice little break on a curl route or a button hook, whatever you want to call it. Here he is against. Okay, this was last year, right, when they beat Ohio State early in the season. This is C.J. Stroud rolling out. And then gets a pick thrown right to him. But again, he's around the ball. He's somebody who looks like he's always around the ball, one of those players. Which means one thing about when you have safeties. They're lurking. This is a guy. Looks like he's going to be your single high safety. Maybe you can bring Cameron Curl up more and have him more of like a nickel or in the box type guy. Because this dude's just roaming. That's what he's doing. He's roaming around the field. And there's not many safeties in the draft that really do that. I don't know how I feel about his pick, though, because he's not really making too many plays. You might be able to get somebody better at 189. But then again, that's a late pick. Maybe go get a depth guy. You get Alec Lindstrom, and then you get Zonovan Knight. This is been a longer video, so I'm going to end it here. If you are a Washington fan, let me know how you think I did. Let me know if you like the draft. Let me know how you feel about the highlights. What you think y'all should do at number 11. I am very interested to hear that. I will be doing the Philadelphia Eagles next.